Occasionally you will get a question that you can't start, and if it involves angles and you want to find a length, then it's probably hidden SOH CAH TOA. Let's take a simple example. You've been asked for a length and you've been given an angle. Almost certain to need SOH CAH TOA, but sometimes that is hidden from you. Let's look at an example. If I asked you to find x here, we have a right angle triangle, an angle of 35 and a length 6. You would probably write SOH CAH TOA and have a think about it. So what have we got? We'll mark it up. We've got an adjacent. We want an hypotenuse. So you're probably going to go with the cosine. We have we need h, so it's cos. And this little way of writing it tells us that the hypotenuse, which is what we're looking for, is equal to the adjacent over cos. Tells us that h equals adjacent over cos, 6 over cos of 35, 7.32. Quick gander. H is going to have to be bigger than a. It's the hypotenuse. Not unreasonable. Okay, I'll take that. Easy 3 marks. What about this question? Bit nasty. As you can see, there's 6 marks in play here. They're going to make us work for it. It's not going to be simple. A rhombus is a tilted square. All of the sides are the same. So we only need to find one side to get the perimeter. Perimeter is 4 times BC. I say both BC because we've got an angle here. This is where we're likely to be working. And the interesting thing here is this is 12, A to C. I think it's fairly obvious that E to C is 6. And that's worth a mark apparently. The other thing that's obvious is that this is a right angle. Now, this is not a satisfactory explanation. I just know. I don't know why, I just know. I've thought about some sort of clever clogs method of sussing this out, but this has to be a right angle triangle. We've got an angle, we've got a length, and ideally we'd want to find BC. So there's the angle. Let's label up adjacent, hypotenuse, opposite. So again, we are looking for the hypotenuse. We want BC, and we've got this adjacent. Oh, this looks very familiar. I think we've just been using this. We're trying to find this. We've got the adjacent and that angle, so let's have a look. We'll give it a bit of SOH CAH TOA. Use cos. Hypotenuse is A over C, and that's equal to 6 over, familiar numbers, 7.32. BC on here is 7.32. The perimeter is 4 times 7.32 is 29.3. Wow. Well, 6 marks. At the crutch, the actual calculations are fairly simple. That's a 3 marker. The clever bit is realizing what's going on. And I do say this is dissatisfactory on my part. I can't give you some great theory. I just know, well, it's going to be symmetrical. That's 12, so that's 6. And that's going to be a right angle because there's 4 of them. And my gut feeling about symmetry is there's symmetry going on here. So there's 4 angles, they add up to 360, that's going to be 90. And that gets you a mark. You get a mark for getting this, or you get 2 marks for getting that, 1 for calculating it properly, 1 for knowing you have to multiply it by 4, I suppose for knowing a rhombus is a tilted square, and 1 for the right answer, 6 marks. Beautiful. Anyway, have a think. If you have an angle and you're trying to find a length, then it is most likely to look for a right angle triangle. And then use your SOH CAH TOA. Right, that is a hard question if you don't know how to do it. I've given you an insight. I hope that's made it. Well, it won't make it easy, will it? It's still tricky. If you've liked this video, or even if you haven't, please subscribe. Take care now.